In the words of Bruce Springsteen, this is my hometown, and as such it is my pleasure to welcome you to round 4 of an AF1 season that's already brought twists and turns, and today we bring you some of the fastest twists and turns on the calendar. We are of course at Silverstone, the British Grand Prix, and qualifying, I've timed it so well, it's just getting underway. Jens Beitzma is the first one to start his flying lap, but while he's starting that off, alongside me today is DK.
Hello.
What do you expect from today?
I hope some great racing, so we can enjoy it here in commentary.
Yeah, it's a nice way to spend a Sunday evening, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if I can watch some good race, it's the best way how to spend an evening.
Absolutely. So just seeing Jens Beitzma, the first driver. He won last time out in Austria, coming around Kops now. Track's only at 95% grip, it's really low grip level. So this is going to be a very difficult qualifying session over the next 12 minutes for the 26 drivers we have in our server today. We've had some team changes, which I'll mention now as well. Marco, Sleepy and Callum Dunn are all out from their respective teams for a variety of reasons. Along with Matthias Vasic, and actually he's the only one. And in their place, Jet on Fire moves from the reserve spot to Campos in the real Campos team. Charles Bertrand moves to Nvidia from Dead Bull Racing team. And Speedyman and Brambo take up the new spaces at Dead Bull Racing. Here's Jens Beitzma around the final corner. We're looking for around about 146, 147. And it's a good lap to start off with at 46.7. Next up the line will be Sturban with 150.4. A little bit low so far. Jake Fimeston will be next with a little gaggle of cars after that. Goes 48.8. That's a pretty good time. Fimeston did a very good job in Austria last time out. We sort of expected top 6, so Beitzma backer. It just loses it completely through turn 2. So yeah, Beitzma, backer, Lowy obviously, Ben Collins, yourself DK, and there's one other that I'm missing. I forget who it, there's a couple of others that I'm missing, but yeah, the people at the top, you expect them to be at the top, but last time out, Fimeston was up there all the way through. It was great to see.
Yeah, I hope he will have a successful day, but the best wishes from me goes to Speederman because he drives my car today, if I'm right.
Speedyman, where is Speedyman today? Can't see him on the grid. Oh, he's P4. Nice lap so far.
Oh yeah, that's my car.
It is a lovely car. It's a really good livery.
I expect it to be on podium.
That is some high expectations. I will mention Speedyman should be driving the Dead Bull Racing car. We've had some issues on the server with the skins, so bear with me and DK as we try and piece together who's driving what car. They're not quite what they should be. We haven't seen as many people set times so far that I would call representative. I'd say maybe top 10 down to top 14, I guess. All sort of representative. The rest out of the 26 drivers we've got. Are people waiting for higher grip conditions, do you think, or is that just they just can't get a lap in?
The second choice, I mean. Yeah, of course it's hard to set a good lap on low grip because you're not thinking about a track that it has low grip, you're still pushing. So yeah, it can happen that you do a mistake, but I don't think so that everyone's waiting for high grip.
Do you think we'll get to high grip? About 98, 99% by the end of this session. There's only 9 minutes left in it. We're at 96 at the minute.
Well, everyone will appreciate it. I mean, it's possible. Maybe 98. I mean, we can do 98.
Oh, thank you, Kaggans, for following us. I've had so much support from you guys. I really appreciate it. Seeing Paulson for the win from Johnny 2 Stroke. Where is he at the minute? Can't see his time. P11, that's not a bad time actually. That's Crab. Oh yeah, Crab's last time. I thought it was Crab spamming the poll. It was actually some support for Crab. I wasn't expecting, and no offence to Crab at all. But that's, yeah, excellent. Excellent to see. Gutierrez going P5 with a pretty good lap. Dirty going just ahead of him, 47.5. Who's your money on for pole today then?
Louis.
Fair enough, straight up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Batesman's a bit of a, could be a bit of a, I guess a dark horse. He's the only person that's managed to beat Lowy outright. You know, Nürburgring was a bit weird, even though Lowy did still win. He got knocked out a couple of times. But
That's true.
But at the Red Bull Ring, he spun it on his own. But even then, the time he lost from that wasn't enough to get anywhere close to Jens. He absolutely nailed it all day.
Yeah, I mean, Jens had a really good day at Red Bull Ring. In first lap, I was behind him. The gap wasn't increasing badly for me, but I mean, after lap 6 or lap 7, it just disappeared. He threw a brilliant pace.
I'll tell you who's surprising me right now. That's Brambo. P4 now as Lipsy. Lipsy goes to P2. Wow. This is his first race in AF1 this season. He's gone straight to P2. What a lap. He's right in there and he instantly goes off. Down to 6 minutes left. We've got a few surprises up at the top of the grid, but we're still waiting on. Let's see, who hasn't set a representative time limit yet? We've got Ben Collins and Miguel. Miguel's been complaining of some issues all week.
Miguel's complaining all the time.
I mean, yeah, that's just Miguel. He's a teenager. He's 15 years old. Of course, he's gonna complain a lot. That's what teenagers do.
Well, I'm 15 years old too.
Really?
I'm not complaining that much.
I would not have guessed that. I would have called you for like 18 at least.
Oh, thank you.
Any idea how old I am?
Didn't get it, sorry.
21.
You're 21?
Yeah.
I was thinking around like 30. Like 28 to 32.
Okay, I'm gonna kick you now.
It was meant to be a compliment, you know. It was a compliment.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Firm with another good lap. 46.5 goes to P3. This is quite an open quali, I think. Other than Lowy, obviously, but it's Lowy from Bakker from Fern P3, then Lipsy, Batesman, Brambo is 6th. That's quite a mixed up top 6.
It is.
Could be.
I expect Collins to be somewhere there if he sets a good lap.
Well, here is Collins. He's still out on track. He's on a flying lap at the minute. He's just started one. He hasn't set a good lap yet. He's 16 seconds down. Miguel finally setting a lap that puts him P8. I promised him that if he doesn't start outside the top 10. So if he doesn't start in the top 10, I will call him an ass on the stream. I also said if he starts in the top 10, I'll call him an ass on the stream. So Miguel, you an ass. And on we go. Ricardo goes to P16 with a pretty good lap considering he's on the keyboard. He's having a little rough patch, but he's still got the fire in him. Bertrand goes to P19 in his first race for the Nvidia racing team. That's a beautiful livery, isn't it? Let's have a look at it. Looks great.
Well, it looks good in pits.
It looks good standing still, yeah. Paulson's gone off there. He is on the right-hand side off at Beckett's. And so is Bakker. Bakker's gone off. He's gone back to the pits as well. Jake Fines will be next over the line. He's coming through the Vale chicane now. Currently P17. The track is getting grippier, up to 97. He goes P11. That's the sort of area where we've seen him be for the first 3 rounds. The first 2 rounds. But round 3 was something special. Maybe that was just because it was the Red Bull Ring. But look how tight it is at the top. Lowy still hasn't been able to improve his times yet. But the gap is 0.2 of a second as Collins finally sets a representative lap time and goes P8, 1.2 seconds down. Fern has had a spin, and so has Lipsy. Maybe he's just trying to stop. yeah, he's trying to stop on track so he can go back to the pits and get out in time. It's a very long lap, as I'm sure you know, for Silverstone. It's 1 minute 45.
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't even notice
Looks like
that.
it was P2.
Lois just found another 9/10 of a second, but Jens goes P2. I don't think I've seen 45s all weekend. A low 45 is insane.
It is, especially on this, well, let's say a low grip compared to 100.
Oh, and that's it's been in a very bad place for De Nooijer. On the racing line at Maggots. And there's another spin off at Maggots. So Beckett's, I don't know who that was. That was Jake Feimster, in fact. Good timing for him. No, for me to look at that, rather. Charles Bertrand, nice clean air, currently P21. Round the final couple of corners. 2 minutes to go in qualifying. So the final lap should be starting soon. No improvement this time, stays with a 49.1. Colin Backer next over the line, maybe to start his flying lap. The graphics won't tell me. He's going to start it. Let's run on ball with Backer as he goes into his last lap while the rest of the drivers come across the line. Contreras will be next, 22nd in the Mongols car. Currently doesn't improve, neither does Sturban. Collins goes to P5, 46.5. Imran Sheikh will be next over the line and stays where he is. Does Garcia do the same? He does improve but stays P20. Speedy Man next. Improves but stays P10. Jet doesn't improve, stays P11. Lowy is the next big one. Jens is parking it. There's a car park going on. It involves Batesman and Gutierrez parking it. Completely stopped on track, completely stationary. Two cars on the exit coming towards the pale chicane. I'm guessing that was Miguel that almost went to the back of both of them.
Yeah,
no, it was lip
doesn't
sync. It was lip sync.
This doesn't look like a good preparation for a hot lap.
I mean, the tyres are going to be screwed at this point. Andrade goes P8, and there's the proof of that. Batesman's gone round, and all of that preparation, or lack thereof, I suppose, is completely worthless as Batesman goes backwards on the track. Can we please disqualify him? That's not. That should not be allowed, and he's on the apex as a gaggle of cars coming through, including Bertrand and Feimster. And Rambo's finally come through, so Bateman will finally have his opportunity. Garcia has spun off. That's up at the top of the track, and so is Gutierrez. So he's spun at turn number 3. So his cold tyres were a bad strategy as well. Just because you see one of the leaders do it doesn't make it right.
Yeah. True enough. Now the grip is 98. I hope it stays like it, so I'm alright.
Ooh, 98%. We're going to have a very tasty start. Because that's a low grip start for this race. I don't know why we're following Gutierrez anymore, but it's not going to improve. Here's Lowy. He's improved his first 2 sectors, but not by too much. But he has got a 3/4 of a second advantage already over the next place man, which is Jens, who won't be improving. I doubt. Jet moves up to P9. Here comes Lowy at the final corner. Shawley's going to be on pole. 45.1 so far. It goes to 44.9. Sealed, Shawley. Here's Dirty. He's 3/10 down in each of the 2 sectors so far. That should put him maybe P2. Here comes over the line. And does go P2. 45.8. Still nowhere near. Miguel goes P6 with an excellent lap. 46.4. I've got to give him that one. That was a brilliant lap. Smith goes to P16. You can see the track is starting to grip up. Lips is going to finish this lap backwards. Brilliant. Oh. Wasn't expected to see that. Ricardo coming out the final corner at Vale. Currently P21, 3.4 seconds down. As Garcia moves to 22nd, Ricardo moves up to P13. That's a pretty good qualifying from him. Much stronger than we've seen from him recently. Bertrand will be next. Moves to P13 in Ricardo's place. Feimster to 12th. Brambo stays P8. Batesma, no improvement, stays P3, which just leaves Colin Backer. This looks like a good lap. And it is P2 by less than 200th of a second. What a lap. So we're only waiting on Gutierrez, who's already spun. He's coming into the pits. And that's the end of qualifying. Lowy has pole position once again. 3 times out of 4. You good at this prediction?
Yeah. Did I win something or?
Yeah, you get to commentate on the race as well now.
Oh,
you get to stay. You get to stay with me if you want to.
Oh, sure.
So we've got about 2 minutes before the start of this race. Let's take a look then at the ideal strategies. Not that one. Which screen is it? That one. We have the red walled option tyres and the white walled prime tyres as usual. The option is obviously the fastest, but the tyre delta for this track, we're looking at around 1.3 seconds per lap. Do you think that's decent? Do you think that's accurate, DK?
I mean, it's possible. Of course, depends if you feel okay on primes or on options, but for me, it's accurate. Maybe the gap between tires is not that big, but maybe just by that 3/10. It's around 1 second.
I need to get my AC remote up, I think. Because I don't want to be looking at me. Nobody wants to look at me. So we're just about a minute and a half away from the start of this race. I'll let you know as they come in who is on what tyres. Currently it's going to be Lowy and Jens, Lipsy, Jet, Paulson and Garcia all starting on the prime tyres, everyone else on the options. So what would you say is the optimum strategy? We saw Lowy seems to go for consistently prime option 2-stop race that's worked for him in the first 2 rounds, but it didn't work for him in Red Bull Ring. What's your normal strategy?
Option and prime.
Okay, so the complete reverse of Lowy.
Yes.
Do you think starting on the option tyres would be more helpful in these lower grip conditions at the start?
Definitely. I mean, especially for the first battles and first turns, options can definitely help you. I wouldn't go for primes.
Well, I can see on Lowy's car, he's got the white walls on, he's going for the primes. I think he did have a little look to see if he did the options, but he switched back to the primes. Batesman's also on the primes, so is Lipsy and Jet on fire, as I said earlier. Feimster, Paulson and Garcia. That's fewer people starting on the primes than we normally do, as we are 20 seconds from the start of this 39-lap race around Silverstone. Here come the lights. 4, 5 and 6. And it's lights out and away we go. Lowy seems to get a good enough start. Dirty is alongside. But here comes Dirty with a brilliant start. We'll move to the right-hand side. Plenty of people going wide, including, I think that's your car in the background. And there's a bit of crash at the back. I think that was involving Ricardo. No, he's still going. Who is it involved at the back? There's a 3-car pile-up in back involving Fonseca, Vermemes. I think Paulson was involved as well. Lambton's certainly one of them. There's another collision and another pile-up. What? Come on, guys, figure it out.
No.
Figure it out. But here is Lowy under pressure from Dirty. Dirty's going to switch to the outside, gets ahead through Brooklands. He's got the better line because he's got the inside for Luffield. And ahead he goes.
It's done. Maybe now Becker might have a run on Lowy as well.
Maybe, because Lowy's going to get held up by Dirty unless Lowy tries to pull the inside line through Copse. Do you really want to try that on lap 1? I don't think you should, but he's going to go for the outside into Copse. And he's backed out of it. He's dropped a lot further back and he's gone a little wide. He's got less grip because of it. And here comes Bakker. He's going to be down the... He has a little look, and I think he's made the move stick. He has. Into Maggots. Amazing move. Now Lowy's under... Sorry. And now Lowy's under pressure from Fern down the hangar straight. Doesn't go for it this time, but Lowy's gone way off into the grass, way off onto the AstroTurf, and Fern's going to go around the outside at Vale. Lowy brakes really late, but keeps the position for now. Fern is right on his gearbox.
He might have a look into turn 3.
Ricardo has come into the pits on lap 1.
I don't think it's a good strategy.
I can't quite figure out why he'd do that. Is it for damage?
Probably. Because I don't know if he wants to go to pits in a lap 1.
Oh, and that's
Oh,
Collins
no!
turning round. Batesman, they're both getting stuck on each other. And they've dropped at least 3 positions each. Shaik's going to get past Batesman now as well. Batesman and Collins down to 10th and 11th place. You must be heartbroken watching this and watching your teammate just drop down the order.
Well, it's finally not him crashing into me, so better than normal.
Oh, a bit of rivalry going on.
Oh no, just some friendly, but no, nothing, rather nothing.
It's Batesman down the inside of Shaik going into cops. Makes the move stick. Lovely textbook move in a very dangerous position. Meanwhile, Denoya and Jet on Fire are together in the battle for 6th place. And I believe that is Speedy Man also involved in your charged car, Speedo car.
Yeah, he is. He's there. Like I said, he's going for podium.
He's got a lot of places to make up. He's P8 at the minute. Down the inside goes Denoya on Jet on Fire. Maybe a little tap at the wheels, but still relatively clean. And Speedy Man's going to try and move on the both of them into club. It's 3 wide into club. Don't hit each other. They've hit 2 small wheel bangs, but they've pretty much got away with it. An amazing move from Speedy Man. 2 places up to P6. Wow.
I was scared, but it was awesome.
Yeah, you and me both. What a move. Move of the season, gotta be so far. Paul Paulson's had a spin at club. He's got going again. He's going to be back down to P22.
And where's Lowy? Lowy dropped to P5.
Rambo's done Lowy as well, yeah. I think I missed that.
Lowy missed 2 places.
The prime tyre is clearly not the strongest tyre at the start of this race. Track grip's now up to 100. It's a bit like the start of the Algarve race, I suppose. The Portuguese Grand Prix we saw a few hours ago.
Yeah, no.
Low grip start causes chaos. I won't spoil it any more than that.
Yeah.
Michelena. He had a go at me last time. Michelena. Up to P10.
I don't
Collins.
see a difference. I don't see a difference between Michelina and Michelena. Or what's that?
And he will now slap you. He likes doing that.
As usual.
One thing I have noticed, Lipsy is down in P19. Maybe he was involved in the start collision, because he qualified really well. He was in the top 10, I'm pretty sure. He's had a terrible start.
It looks like he's going with Charles Bertrand alongside.
Meanwhile, Lowy and Brambo side by side going into Stowe. Lowy's going to go a little bit wide. Brambo moves all the way to the right and gives Lowy the shortest possible run into club. It's still side by side. Brambo round the outside. He's got the inside for the second part. And stays in 4th place. Excellent move. And now here comes Speedy Man for 5th. Is he going to try into turn 1? Speedy Man is.
You'd rather back off.
Left it off for now, but he's got DOS. 1 lap 4. DOS is enabled. Just like in real life. For Mims has had a spin at club. Has to back up Fonseca as well. But back to the big battle here. Brambo, Lowy, Speedy Man, all for 4th place. This is what we want to see. I'll also point out the battle going on for 10th place between Michelena, Collins, Shaik and Gutierrez. And Lowy's been hit by Speedy Man. Lowy's been taken out again for the 3rd race in a row early on in this race. Lowy just can't have a look, and he's come out of the worst possible time, as that's the other Speedo car. Collins is gone in the battle for 10th place. Lowy's come on in the worst possible place, and that's a big gaggle of cars, about 5 or 6 cars that he's added to. He rejoins in P9. And still just behind Speedy Man. Speedy Man has managed to get the move done, but that will be an investigation at the end, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
I can see a move going on up at the top, coming through Maggots and Beckett between the two Imrax cars, I think. Shaik and Michelena. Obviously, Michelena is normally driving the Gunter's Pride car.
Here it is really close between these 5 cars.
It's an amazing battle. Here's Gutierrez. He was getting really close to Shaik. It was down to less than a tenth of a second, but they're not going to make the move. He's not going to make the move this time. He's going to try a dive into club. Maybe he has a look. He does have a look. He locks up heavily. Still makes the apex and still stays behind. Sturban's not had a good race so far. He's already a lap down in 26th and last place. And we're only on lap 5. Is he a lap down actually? I can see him on the. I can see he's on the track. Is he stopped again? Where is he?
He vanished?
There he is.
No, he's here.
What's going on with him? He's all over the place. Here's Lowy once again. Let's switch to the onboard. Let's get a better onboard than that. Here we go. Oh, he's still trying to get past me.
I feel really bad for Lowy. Oh no!
Oh, there goes Speedy Man!
That's my car! This is a pain.
I think he's probably got so scared by that he's peed in your seat.
Oh, I mean, this happens with Speedo when the number 1 driver is not there. Oh no, that's not good.
I'm going to tell Collins you said that you're the number 1 driver. Yeah, well, you probably will agree, actually.
I mean, yeah. Oh no. I feel bad.
Don't worry, it's still early on in this race. We're on lap 5 of 39, so there's still plenty of time, and that's a big lock-up going into the second part of Maggots, of all places.
Yeah.
That's caused Collins and Speedy Man to switch. Michelena with a strange braking zone, I thought, there. Stays P10 way wide, goes in around Shaik, and Gutierrez might have a look into club, not quite. He's not going to do it this time. Personal bests for Fern and Denoyer in the 47s. Gaps seem to be somewhat equidistant between Dirty and Backer in the lead, then Fern and Brambo all about 3 seconds apart from each other. Denoyer is on a charge at the minute, trying to catch Brambo for 4th place. It's pretty much a free-for-all for who's going to get the remaining podium positions. The normal people aren't in that group. We normally have Dirty and Backer, and I guess Denoyer as well, and Batesman and Lowy. But the rest of the front runners are elsewhere. Collins is still dropping down the order. He's back down. He's down to 22nd now. He's had a spin at turn 4.
Oh no!
You need to be there. You shouldn't be commentating with me. You should be racing, proving these. You need to be leading the Speedo team right now. They're missing your leadership. Ricardo's done Feimster, by the way.
I have to take a holiday for some time, but this is not good. This is not good. No.
Miguel Michelena has done a move on Shaik, Imran Shaik in Cop's corner. And he's up to 9th place. And because of all that time loss, Shaik is under pressure from Andrade, who, despite driving the Campos car, Andrade is Portuguese, is driving a Max racing car that's Portuguese. What a weird coincidence, but maybe that's just me that's interested by that.
Yeah, I can see Lowy is catching Beatsma. It's now 1.4 between them. It can be interesting battle.
Lowy on the comeback drive once again in this season, but still leads the championship by a hefty amount of points.
That's true.
Because Batesman's had a second and a first place in rounds 2 and 3. He didn't turn up to round 1. Denoyer's done Brambo for 4th place. I said it would happen. I said Denoyer was catching, and he's done it. And in fact, the gap is so big, I suspect Brambo may have had a mistake. Here's Michelena still on his charge. He's catching already up to Jet on Fire for 8th place. And he can just about make out Lowy and Batesman up ahead. That would make his day, well and truly, if he can catch them up. Considering how much he was complaining about spinning.
A lot. A lot.
Oh, a lot. A lot even for Miguel.
That's true.
This is
I mean,
a man...
that's normal. That's normal that he's complaining, but he was complaining even really too much this week.
Yeah. This is a boy who, in the last season of AF3 at Spa, decided on the voice chat to count the number of times he spun. The total was in the 20s. And the races then were shorter than these ones. They were only about 20 laps, if that. In fact, it was 17 laps, and he spun 20 times. That's just embarrassing.
And now there'll be 4 tenths between Beatsma.
In fact,
Behind, sorry.
Michelin has gone around the outside of Jet, and he's made the move stick into Stowe. Stunning move. Proper textbook. Meanwhile, just ahead of this is Lowy and Batesma, as you said. In that battle for 6th place. They're both on a recovery drive, I suppose.
Yeah, they are. I don't think they like P6 and P7.
A fastest, a personal best for Lowy in the 47, with a 47.2. The fastest lap is actually Dirty with a 46.3, I think it was. So Lowy not got the pace, but then again he is on the prime tyres.
And he definitely has damage, rear damage from the contact.
Must do, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so will Batesma, I think.
That's true. So will he go inside, outside?
He's going to go to the inside into Brooklands. Batesma brakes later, maybe pull the switch back to get round the outside at Luffield. Not going to work this time. Lowy takes 6th place. But can Batesma pull off a wider line and get a good run up to Copse and maybe make a move down there, show him who's boss? These are the only two drivers to have led a race, won a race in this season.
Yeah, I was about to say I was leading in Nürburgring, so come on.
A lot of people were leading the race in Nürburgring after the top 6 all crashed.
Yeah, I remember. I crashed there as well.
I know. It wasn't you that caused it, was it? It was Dirty that crashed. Oh, there's a spin in the background. That's Jet on fire, I think it is. It is. You spun at Maggots. Yeah, it was Collins that went into Dirty. Dirty got a penalty for that, wasn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, it was 5 seconds for Dirty.
Plus another 10 seconds for a bad rejoin that took Lowy out afterwards. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Speaking of which, Lipsy's had a little moment at Beckett's, but he'll stay 16th.
Yeah,
Another personal best for Lowy.
Well, he's still there. He didn't give up. I don't think he's close enough. But if we will wait for Lowy to catch Brembo and maybe be held off for a few turns, it can be interesting.
I've just seen a message. I'm gonna read it out in my terrible Jeremy Clarkson voice. Some say Paulson beat polio and went out of his way to contract it again just so he could beat it a second time. All we know is he's popular for some reason. Dirty still leads by 4 seconds as we approach lap 10 and about quarter distance in this race. We're still waiting on the first pit stops from the leaders. Dirty is on the option tyres, so we should see him pitting relatively soon. Well, I was saying that's for Memes coming into the pits. He's 25th, 30 seconds down on Garcia in 24th. Lipsy's had another spin, and I think it might be because of a collision with Charles Bertrand. It looks like it is, because they're both together spinning in different directions. That'll be a collision at Brooklands. Little lift for Bertrand. He's going to hamper him on his way. He's going to get done by Contreras around the outside. I've got a DNF now for Sturb, and he's retired from this race. Vermeem's come back out of the pits. He's going out on the prime tyres. So all of the top 5 are currently on the option tyres. I'll update you on that one. Also in the pits
And there
now
was a
is
spin.
Shike. Oh, who's that? That's Lipsy again. Lipsy, come into the pits. Your tyres are buggered. Although saying that, he's on the primes. Why are your tyres screwed? Shike and Ricardo into the pits. Ricardo definitely going for the option tyres to do a 2-stop strategy. Shike will be doing a 1-stop strategy, it seems, maybe, because he's going to the prime tyres. Ooh, that was a little laggy moment there. I think some people are having some issues. Shike a little bounce over the curb there. Let's have a look at the battle for 14th. It's this, actually. I'm looking at it right now. It's between Smith, Paulson, Shike and Lantern, all for 14th place. And the last scraps of points. Now, don't be biased. And I'll say this, so don't include your own team. Who's got the best skin?
Well,
You can't say yours.
oh yeah, that's a problem. So I'm skipping this one. I mean, these are pretty good liveries, and this league is definitely not this. I mean, NVIDIA Racing is pretty good livery.
Yeah. I'd say my favourite is either Skoda or Squeaky Wheels in the purple car.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Czech Republic, and Skoda is from Czech Republic.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Skoda. So.
Sorry. I should know that. I should know that. Skoda.
Yeah.
We're going to try and do
Oh
hard.
yeah, that's it. That's
Skoda.
Perfect.
Sorry, in Britain we just call it Skoda. Because
Yeah,
people don't understand funny hats and things. We don't have accents here, unless it's on top of some fancy coffee.
Yeah.
Loads of people into the pits, including Brambo, Michelena, Speedy Man, Gutierrez and Smith, all coming into the pits now for their first stops. Some of them might be trying the 1-stop strategy. We're expecting the fuel to last around about 28 laps, I think I heard, which is quite surprising.
Well, then they can go to the end if they go for primes.
Yeah. But maybe the 2 stops faster here. Daniel Ricciardo was saying to me the other day, a 3-stop might even be possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
I mean, I haven't done too much testing. I did about 5 laps, so I really didn't have time to be comparing tires. But I don't think that 3-stop is a good option.
He tells me on paper the 3-stop is 2 seconds slower than the rest of the other strategies. 1-stop and 2-stop are on paper roughly similar. I think I saw Fonseca going across the grass. No, that was Michelena. Yeah, but I guess the fact that there's so many pit stops, it sort of puts a lot of people off trying it. As I just have my obligatory game freeze.
Fern and pits?
Fern and Andrade into the pits, yes. Michelena, while my game froze, has passed Feimster for 10th place. Fern has come out in 5th place, some nice clean air there. Just ahead of Denoyer. And he's out on the prime tyres as well, so it seems a lot of people favouring the 1-stop strategy today.
Well, I mean, we can expect Lowy going 2-stop.
Yeah, I can see Lowe doing a 2-stop, because that just seems to be his standard strategy. He's on the primes now, so it's kind of a case of... Well, normally he goes as far as he can on the primes, and then basically whatever's left, split it in half and do it on the options.
Yes.
Backer's had a spin from 2nd place. He's rejoining at Beckett's. He's got plenty of gap behind him, but not... Well, it's come down really rapidly, because here's Lowy. You can see Backer just ahead. And that's not going to help. That's not going to help. Dirty into the pits now. Is Backer going to follow suit? Are we going to have a head-to-head race in the pits, or are we going to try and undercut? Backer's in as well.
Yeah, that's a shame. It was just 4 seconds behind.
That's really compromised his race. Lowy moves into P2. And will take the lead of this race. Dirty will rejoin behind Lowy, behind Batesma. But still in some clean air in third place. Reminder, Lowy and Batesma are both on the prime tyres. They'll be stopping around about lap 25 to 30, depending on how their fuel goes. Miguel has had a spin at, I don't even know where that is. That looks like Assetto, actually. Let's get a better view for that. There we go. He's dropped down 3 places. Well outside the top 10.
He will not be happy about it.
No. No. Miguel will be screaming. You know, if I know Miguel, every time he spins, he just blurts out a sudden scream that lasts about half a second.
Yeah.
It scares you, but it's also really hilarious to listen to. Here's Lipsy. He's just done a personal best trying to catch Gutierrez. Now we're sort of approaching that sort of lull in the race when the strategies start to play out. Oh, Gutierrez decides not to take turn 4.
It was a white line.
You don't say. You don't say. We're still about a third of the way through this race. Plenty of race still to go. I guess the real battle in this race is the now head-to-head battle. It's getting really close between Lowy and Batesma. They've got combined an 8-second lead over Dirty in third place, who's just moved on to, and I'll tell you which tyres is on. Dirty is on the prime tyres. So is everybody in the top 11. Michelena is the first one on the options in 12th, along with Ricardo and Lantern and Charles Bertrand.
Okay,
So
I mean, Dirty is going to the end.
It seems that way. It seems that one stop seems to be the option here, even though we've seen in real life Formula 1, the 2-stop strategy seems to do better.
Well, I don't expect the left fronts to blow up today.
I wish that was an option in AC.
I'd
love to see that.
As well. Me as well.
Lantern comes into the pits for the first time. He's done 14 laps on the 13 laps on the option tyres. That's a pretty good stint for him, I would say. Done quite well.
Yeah,
most people seem to be going about 10 to 12 laps. So any extension means you don't have to fill up for as long in the pits, and you can run lighter on the prime tyres. There's just constant advantages to running longer on the options.
Yeah, I personally don't like to stay on options for a really long time. You have to be really looking after them. Now I can see there's a battle for P13 between 3 cars.
And here it is. It's Andrade, Ricardo and Speedy Man. Ricardo looks really quite close to Andrade and might make a move. There's certainly going to be a move into Stowe. I don't know if that's a trick of the camera, but he might have a look into Cops. He's a lot closer, certainly. Slipstream is very strong on these cars. Ooh, a little moment for Speedy Man on the exit Cops there.
Oh, whoa.
He's not treating your car well, is he?
No, he's not. I will not borrow it to him again.
A little moment for Ricardo over the grass on the exit of Maggots. So Beckett's rather. But he's still got DOS and it's still super powerful. He's going to move down to the inside into Stowe corner. Plenty of room and his job done before the corner even comes into view. But he does go wide at Stowe. That's going to bring Andrade maybe back into it. No, still plenty of gap behind. And P13 for him. But in all of this, we're missing the sort of bigger battle. It stretches a little bit more, but the gap between 9th and 17th is all sort of pretty much together within about 10 seconds or so. So that's going to play out lovely. I see Speedy Man in the background trying to make a move, and makes a move sticking to turn 1 on Andrade.
That was a good one.
Redemption?
Yeah.
Collins in his recovery drive still P20 and catching up to Lantern. Lantern, despite being Lowe's teammate and at the current championship Constructors' Championship leaders, has only scored a handful of points, maybe even 1 or 2 after the first 3 rounds.
He has 2 points. I mean,
I've raced Lantern in, I think it was Lantern, in the last season of AF1. He was a lot faster in that. He did so much better. I was fighting for podiums.
Lantern is a really good driver. We were cooperating for 24 hours Le Mans. He was driving our Z4 car. I was in Lamborghini, and he did really well. But fun story. It wasn't standing start. How's that called? That second start?
Oh, the rolling start.
Oh yeah, rolling start. He jumped to rolling start and hit a car, so he had drive-through penalty.
Ooh. Not an ideal start.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine someone jumping a rolling start, but it can happen. But yeah, he did really well there, so I'm kind of surprised that he's not doing good in A1 this season.
That looked like a very desperate move from Miguel. Tried to make it down, a really late move down the inside into club, and then just lost all traction on the exit, and he's lost it again and through turn 1. He's on the option tyres. He's been on them. Has he even pitted yet? I'm sure he has. Yeah, he has pitted.
Yeah, yes.
So he's sort of midway through his second stint on the option tyres. I think they're gone, because he's just had a moment again through turn 4.
Yeah, I mean, if you slide or unfortunately have a spin in these cars, tires are off.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I will say Lantern's had a spin. Lantern's just had a spin. That's at the final corner. I think he came together with Vermemes. I don't know how to say his name. Vermemes? I don't know who he really is in our Discord. I've never seen the name before. Hey?
I don't know. Dirty has had a spin.
Dirty's had a spin. Vermemes had a spin. That's Brambo. That's Dirty. Has Dirty had a spin? I didn't see Dirty have a spin.
Oh yeah?
He's been done by Brambo and Denoyer. So I guess he has.
Yeah, he was third, now he's P6. That's not good.
That's not going to help with the... We're trying to... He's on a one-stop strategy. He needs to be up there with Lowy and Batesma to do a very, very extended overcut for the end of this race. It's not really going to help. In fact, I will switch to Denoyer and Brambo just ahead because they're battling it out for 4th place. Dirty's going to have to get by pretty soon. The gap is around about 20, 25, 26 seconds. All 3 together. Dirty's going to do all 3 of them down into Brooklands. He's done Denoyer. He's going to go around the outside for Brambo. That's a bit too wide, but he's got enough grip to stay in one place. Nearly hits the back of Brambo as well.
But he's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's still in one piece, which is good.
Yeah, and something has happened to Jens as well, and we've missed it because the gap between him and Lowy is now 11.5 seconds. It has been lower.
Maybe his tyres have gone off. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because he's 17 laps into his stint on those. Denoyer's dropped off the back of this battle for 4th. Dirty's going to surely have a move down the inside, down into Stowe on Brambo. DRS wide open. Very strong DRS in these cars. Certainly more than the Exos we had last season. It's lovely to see. He's having a look down the inside. He's not going to make it this time. It's too far back. Well off the apex, quite wide. He's going to have to take to the Astra turf and hope he doesn't lose it. Let's stay with this for a little bit longer. In fact, no, I'm going to switch to Miguel quickly. He's going to make a move on Feimster for 9th place down into Stowe.
He will send it. I can feel it. He will send it.
You can just sense when it's happening, and he makes the move stick. Easy move. All sorted. Feimster's going to have a little pop into Stowe, into Club. Excellent car positioning from Miguel to stay there and push Feimster a little bit off track. Lovely defence He's going to stay ahead for now. Maybe Fimester will have another go at him at the next DOS zone, going down to Brooklands. He's close enough for it.
Oh,
Through
there's a
protection.
slide from Miguel.
Yeah, little slide. And here comes Fimester again. He's got DOS. He's going to have a look at Brooklands and takes a dive bomb down the inside. Pushed Miguel wide. What happened to Fimester though? He just suddenly jerked to the right.
He lost it. Yeah.
Collins has had another spin. That's a
Oh,
turn
no!
1, I think.
Oh
He's gone a long way off at turn 2, in fact.
no. This is bad.
Not a bad day. Sorry, a very bad day. Bad to
Yeah.
worse. Your two Speedo cars are 21st and 14th, so you'll get 2 points. I mean, say that. Speedy Man's actually driving for Deadpool Racing, so you won't even get their points. No points for the Speedo guys today.
I mean, we're currently losing team's championship.
But yeah, they're one of the main teams in the battle for first in the team's championship. They need to get the points in to try and hold off Lowy, who's going to get the full 25 points. He gets another point for pole position. It's not looking like he's going to get the point for fastest lap so far. But of course, we still need to see how the strategy plays out. Lowy and Batesman yet to stop. As Dirty's finally going to try and have a move. As Jens has had a spin. That's a spin at Luffield. And because of that, I sacrificed that to watch the move, to miss the move on Dirty doing Brambo. Do you think Dirty's going to take the win here with the overcut?
No.
No.
I was thinking about it between his spin or whatever it was, but now I don't think so. You know, he has prime tires, they will be done, and Lowy will have new options. And of course, Lowy is Lowy, so I don't think so.
But Dirty is Dirty. Dirty's a very fast driver in his own right. Something that's bugging me today is Max for Memes. It's his first race, I think, in our servers. He's gone straight for AF1, and he's just... I mean, look at that. That's not safe.
I mean, I will say by different way. I mean, it's DSQ,
Yeah.
and maybe even ban. Of course, I'm not talking you to your job here, but I don't think this is okay.
And he's going to get in the way of Jet as well. It's just dangerous. It's just dangerous at this point.
It is mad.
And
Oh,
I'm kind of glad I caught that. That sort of evidence, you know. I think he might be on the keyboard because, you know, on the straight, only people on keyboard jerk suddenly to the left because of like a small input. You know, he's making these sort of really... Yeah, you can see he's on a keyboard with the wheel movements. It's just sort of a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. As Miguel Michelena's had a spin, he's long way off the race track at Club.
no.
Now, we've had some issues over the last few races with people getting beached because of how low the cars are. We're not changing that because that's an awesome feature. But
He will
no
not
doubt
be
people are going to be
happy with
disappointed.
it. Oh, no!
Miguel's had another spin! And some rear damage to boot, hitting the wall. But he's going to rejoin in P16, starting up in third gear to make sure it doesn't spin. That's a good call from him.
I really don't want to be on Assetto Friends Discord after this race.
I have to be, but I love all of it. I love all of it, the drama as well. Collins, another spin for Collins. Not your days. He spun it at the pit entry. I think he was trying to get into the pits. I think he's just going to give up now. He's coming into the pits.
He's fired.
But here's some good news. Speedy Man's done Andrade. He's got 12th place.
That's good news. That's good news.
Fimester spun from 10th place. At Cops, that's a terrible place to have a spin. He's got it going again, but he's going to have Andrade down the inside. What happened to Speedy Man? Speedy Man suddenly dropped to 14th. He's dropped 3 places. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Fonseca's had a spin. They're all spinning now. We're on lap 21. Is this maybe they're pushing the second set of options too far? No, most of them on primes. What's happening?
I don't know. I mean, normally when you're on options, you're looking after them because they have really bad wear, but this is on primes. I don't
I'm
think
lost.
they're born or something.
Fonseca's had another spin. Maybe the track temperature's too high. The track temperature's 39 degrees. That's hotter than we normally have seen it.
Yeah, that's a lot. This might cause us problems, but not on primes.
Well, yeah, exactly. He doesn't sound right. Lipsy with a beautiful move into turn number 2. Turn number 3 on Feimster. Feimster's going to have a look around the outside into turn 4. Keeps it in place for now, but one of them should have DOS. It's going to be both of them because of Andrade up ahead being within a second. Feimster's going to have a little pop down into Brooklands once again. Fern's had a spin, by the way. Lips is going to be staying around the outside. Squeeze Feimster down to the left-hand side briefly. Just keeps him on the inside with a nice wide line through Luffield. And he's going to keep the position for now, but Feimster's still got a good run out of Luffield. He's going to look to the left through Woodcote. He's going to look to the right towards Copse. He's going to... They're side by side going through Copse. Is Feimster going to make the move this time? He is, and he takes the position. But Lipsy's got a better run down the outside. As I said, Collins has DNF'd.
He's fired.
That may cause a... Whoa, and there's a spin. There's an incident in the background. That's Andrade and Paulson, I think it was. Andrade and one of the... Oh, it's Vermeems. Vermeems, he's crashed with Vermeems. Bertrand has got himself beached for the 3rd race running.
And there's better for 11.
How does he keep doing it? He spun it at turn 7 in Nürburgring. He spun it at turn 7 again at Red Bull Ring. And now he's gone at turn 1 at Silverstone.
Maybe he feels comfortable in sprints.
Maybe we need a rallycross series.
We might.
It's not a bad idea. Feimster down the inside into turn 1 on Speedy Man. And there was a hit. Speedy Man's gone again.
No!
This is so hard for you to watch, I'm sure it is.
I'm shaking. Oh,
I'm loving every minute of this, good or bad. It's all part of the racing. I'm here for the race.
La 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 la. Chad, I'm sorry, I'm just screaming this whole race. No, but yeah, this is not a good race to watch for me.
Mr. Collins, your teammate is in the chat saying, had to retire, had mad damage, ruined tyres, no chance of a recovery. Now, what do you say to that? You're fired. Yeah, I agree. You got a team's championship to get here. You can't be doing that. With all the spinning that's going on that's happened since you retired, you could have taken a point or two. I know who you should replace. I know who you should get to replace Ben Collins.
I have few drivers, of course, from Charged. I can get few good drivers.
I mean, I was going to suggest Matthias Vasic. He's got the aggression. He's banned for now, but he will be back, I'm sure. Speedy Man and Andrade.
Well, you know, I don't need aggression. I need someone that will make it to the end.
That's clearly not Collins. He's gone.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it can be his dropout race, but he didn't. He wasn't at Red Bull Ring. That's one. This is the second one. Oh, yeah.
Just some disappointing performances.
Yeah, I mean, I can afford this dropout race because next race is Imola. I'll definitely be there. So I'm sorry I will not be commentating with you. I know you're sad, but try to don't cry here on stream.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. Go. Leave me. Fine.
Yeah, so I definitely be on Imola, Monza. So I'm fine with dropout races, but Ben, you're nuts. You're. I have to think it over.
Rage quits will not be tolerated, and you will be having. Starting the next race in Imola with a penalty at the start.
You're fired right now. It's not good.
Lowy at last gets the final fastest lap point, 45.7 with a stunning lap that's only 6 tenths down on the quali pole time.
May I ask you,
Yeah.
was Lowy in pits?
I think he had a few collisions, maybe a few spins.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
the gap is...
notice if he did come into the pits. He's on the prime tyres now. It's not been a good middle part of the race for Miguel. Because he was running top 10. And look who's replaced him in the other Gunter's Pride car. It's Lipsy, who's just moved into the top 10, going around the outside of Paulson in the Skoda car. Lovely textbook outside move. Paulson has a little look down to the inside.
Yeah, I mean, Lipsy had really hard start for this race, but he's doing really well. He had few spins, but now he looks good. And now Spiderman and Andrade are battling for P13. And Andrade made a move. Spiderman is still there. He's still there. And he made it back. And again. Another switch. And another switch. It's really close battle. Just don't crash, just don't spin, please. It's my car. No, Andrade lost a few times. Okay, not just few, no, it's on 8 tenths, 9 tenths, yup. Now he's too far for the straight. But he still gets the RS. Wide open. And there's a spin for Gutierrez. He probably forgot when he has his reverse.
I have no idea where he is. Is that a... I know it's a Maggots and Beckett's, but where?
I don't know.
Let's try and get a better view. Oh, that's a Cops. He's gone to the exit of Cops and he's just staying still. I tell you what, it might be a similar thing to what happened last time. Where he got called away, let's put it.
That might be an option.
To answer to Ben Collins. The stewards will decide that at the end of the race. Batesma into the pits for his first and final stop. He's going to do 13 laps on these option tyres, it seems.
It's okay, but where will Beatsma go on track? What position is gonna be? Looks like P4. Maybe behind Fern as well. Fern's coming into turn 2 now. Yeah. It's in front of Fern, but he's caught tires now. Fern has DRS. But poor exit out of turn 4. there's a position switch between Smith and Lanson on 317, but still there.
Poll is now open for driver of the day. That will close at the checkered flag, and we'll let, would love to know what you think for driver of the day. Who would you think, DK?
Definitely not Collins.
Fair enough. I'm going to go with Brambo. It's his first race in the Dead Bull racing car that's been here or there beforehand, and now he's managed to get the maximum out of it. He's done a stunning job. Done so much better than he did in, I think the last race he did the Campos car. He's done a brilliant job.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing really well today, but maybe I would go for Lipsy. Now, Brambo, we're talking about him, he probably had a spin or a moment.
I'm inclined to. I agree with you on that one. Lipsy's done he did a really good job in.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really hard start to the race.
Yeah, because he did qualify really, really well, but he's done a brilliant recovery.
But now he's doing really well now. There's battle for P4 between Brambo and Fern.
Yeah, so I'm back completely now, so I can follow with both my eyes instead of one. And there's this one, and there's also the battle has been raging for a very long time between Speedy Man and Andrade through multiple collisions. Garcia into the pits from 16th place.
It's Brambo! Brambo is in a spit and maggot! Beckett, sorry.
You know how I said I was looking with both my eyes? Missed that completely. Commentator's curse comes alive. Where's all the crab fans at? I'm not seeing any votes coming in for him. He won with like 7 votes last time, to everyone else's like 2 or 3. 12 laps to go then. Lowy still leads by 26 seconds. He's yet to pit, but the fuel should be running out fairly soon.
You know, Beatsma is closing to dirty. It was around 8 seconds when he went out of pits. Now it's 5.5.
I mean, yeah, Bates was on the faster option tyres, whereas Dirty's been on the used primes for a very long time now.
I'm pretty sure he will catch him. But if he will pass him, I don't know.
Yeah, but we're in for a stunning climax this race. Don't go anywhere. Feel free to share us as well. We'd love to have as many people in here as possible. Obviously, that's why we do this. Paulson into the pits from what was 12th place. But the big question now, as we wait for Lowy to come into the pits, is he going to come out ahead or behind of Dirty and Batesma? He's been putting in some stunning laps. Before the first round of pit stops, he still had to recover from a crash. He was outside the top 10.
That's Lowy. I mean, I can say, even with this, I will be pretty bold. But I mean, I can challenge Lowy in quali pace if I have a good day. But on race, Lowy is incredibly fast, but he's also consistent.
Yeah.
You know, everyone can do a good lap, everyone can have fast laps, but to manage to have a good laps and fast laps for every lap of the race,
what is that from Vermames?
And that's the spin!
That's Vermames, who's still spun at Luffield and is just getting in the way of everybody. I'm just going to switch to him right now because I just want to watch him try and get going again. He's got going again. Not safe. Not safe at all. Who gave him a league license? Oh wait.
Thanks God he didn't reverse into back on the track into Lowy. I wouldn't be happy about it.
No. I'm just gonna
but he didn't, and that's good.
I want to try and find out who who for memes is. I honestly can't find it. So let's have a look in the AF1 chat. Just looks for the list of people we got. Anyone standing out?
Yeah, no, that's Shike in pits, Famestra in pits, moving Speederman to P10. I can live with it.
Maybe it's Speedster Mourinho? I don't know. I can't be sure. We'll find out at the end of the race, I'm sure. Famestra into the pits from 14th.
Just behind Ricardo. No, behind Paulson. Ricardo, I'm pretty sure he's doing his free stop strategy.
Hold on a minute. They're option tyres. We've missed something.
Yep, he has pitted.
When did he pit?
I don't know when, but he pitted.
How the bloody hell did he end up coming out 25 seconds ahead? I didn't even notice he'd pitted.
Same. Gino is in the pits. Smith in the pits. Miguel in the pits.
And Denoyer as well from 6th place, and Jet on Fire as well has come into the pits from 8th place. It's going to be tough as to whether Lipsy might jump both Denoyer and Jet, maybe. Denoyer hasn't moved from his pit box just yet, but they only need to splash and dash at this point. There's only 9 laps to go. Lipsy's pitting as well, never mind. These will be the last stops of the race. Some of these people doing 2 stops, I think Lipsy's one of them.
Yeah, now Pete's about 3 seconds behind Dirty. He has still 9 laps to catch him and pass him.
Meanwhile, as we see Smith coming out of the pits, here's Smith and Lantern battling over 17th place. Wait a minute, Lowe's in the pits now. Lowe's in the pits now, what's going on? My brain is frazzled. Maybe he's doing a 2-stop. I don't even know. But we're still going to see that big climax. Lowe's into the pits now. Where is Dirty? Here he is. He's not even coming through Stowe yet, and Lowe's already stopped in the box. But he's towards the start of this pit lane, so he's got a long way to go.
He's safe. He's definitely safe.
Yeah, I think he is.
But Dirty is not, because Batesman is still closing the gap.
Yeah, so Dirty might lose 2nd place to Batesman now. Which is crucial if Batesman wants to keep his championship hopes alive. He's won last... He's stayed in the top 2 of the first 2 races that he's entered. Batesman did a 47.0 on that lap, so a stunning lap from him. But it's still not enough. Because Dirty's coming around turn 3, and Lowe is coming onto the Wellington straight. 10 seconds is the gap. Surely Lowe has this in the bag now. Michelena's had another spin. That's a long way off. At Stowe. Fern and Brambo both in the pits, as well as Contreras.
And Becker now goes to P4. That's good for him.
He's had a good race, yeah. Thank you, Mayhem Monster, for following. Mayhem Monster. I can't read. Mayhem Monster. Thank you for following.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job, especially as he did in Red Bull Ring, finishing ahead of Followy, winning the race. Also finishing Pizza in Nürburgring. But Josh, do you know why he finished Pizza in Nürburgring? Because red flag happened.
Yeah.
It would have been my position, my points.
Thank you, Johnny 2-stroke as well. For following. Speedy Man to the pits again. He's going to come out behind Paulson, maybe even behind Feimster. There's Paulson, and there's Feimster. 14th. A pretty safe 14th, it would seem. Because Ricardo hasn't even come around the final, come over the line yet. What do you think? Is 14th enough to give him another drive?
It's my car, so get away.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
maybe to team up with you and go in Collins' car now that he's empty.
He can take it. So I'll have a chat with him. Yeah, I mean, apart from his spins and moments, it's pretty good drive, really good overtakes from him. He showed some racecraft.
Oh, Gutierrez apparently has got back going again, maybe? There he is. Yeah, he's got going again. He's 2 laps down on 22nd. This is probably more like 4 laps down in this race. But he's going again in 24th place. This is the real battle towards the end of this race. It's Batesman 1.4 seconds behind Dirty for 2nd place. Lantern... Sorry.
He still has a lot of time to battle.
Yeah, to be fair, 7 laps is a long time in this race. Because of how long the track is. It's... are we doing Spa this year? Spa this season?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Spa. So it's the 2nd longest of the season.
Yes, pace 10th round of the championship, I guess. It is for 30 laps, around 30 laps.
So that's a very long race. Saying that, they're all the same sort of length. They're about 3/4 Formula 1 race length. Next week, I'm really looking forward to next week, Imola. That was a...
Same for me.
Yeah, that was an epic season finale last season for AF1. And I only say that because I was involved in it. I was battling for a podium. 45.
Did you get it?
No, I didn't. So, despite my now 2 AF3 titles, I still will never get a podium in AF1.
Forget to congratulate you, Josh, for your AF3 season.
Thank you. Thank you. And what an excellent segue that is. The next season of AF3 is coming up. If you joined us for our AF4 stream yesterday, you'll have seen the teaser and the car that we announced. And we also announced the sign-ups are opening today. Stay with us at the end of the race and we'll get to that. You can also see the teaser if you want to watch that teaser now and find out what car it is. That's on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us over there as well for full race replays, highlight reels and teasers and trailers of our upcoming events and leagues. We're hoping to have a special event soon for the end of the year, and we're also approaching our 1000th member. We just reached 800 members today on our Discord server. We'd love to have as many of you as possible on there as well to reach that 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 members as soon as possible. And that's what car was that spun off at was that Gutierrez?
Yeah, it was Gutierrez, I think.
I didn't see it come up red on the screen, but here's the big battle now. It's Batesmo on Dirty. He's got the DOS down the hanger straight, but he's also got Gutierrez stops again. That's also Ricardo just ahead. Oh, Batesmo goes sideways and has to take evasive action down on the outside of the corner. That's going to put pay to any battle for now. Batesmo's going to work extra hard. There's 5 laps left in this race. He's got 1.5 seconds to find.
He's pretty lucky. He saved it. I was afraid of him ending up in a spin. Whoa. Okay. Still good.
There's still time. Meanwhile, the battle for 9th place. Andrade being chased down by Imran Sheikh. 0.8 of a second here, so DOS is going to be at play down the hanger straight. But for now, they've got to negotiate Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. It's a great wide shot. You can see the rear end stepping out, trying to go through these corners. But look who's catching up to both of them. It's Lipsy.
Yes. Yes.
Don't forget, guys, to vote on our Drive of the Day poll. Currently 1 vote apiece between 4 different drivers. So, yeah, vote. Where's the crab? Where's the crab rave? Imran Sheikh round the outside of Andrade. Not going to make it stick so far, but he's been pushed. And he's going rally cross driving. Don't join into the track on the racing line. He is going to be on the racing line. Get going. Lips is going to do for 10th place. Plenty of gap behind. But here comes Feinstein.
Sorry.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, no, what's happening?
Breathe.
He has to wait. There's 2 cars. Okay, fine.
There we go. Now turn.
Yeah, he's good.
Start it off in 3rd like Michelena did. Speaking of which, Michelena's had a spin. That's at turn 4 in the other Imrax car.
That's yeah, not a good race.
Michelena's doing so well.
Fern is behind Becker. 3 tenths.
You are absolutely right. He's going to have a little look. He's going to move to the left. He's going to have the outside for Stowe. Move done well before Stowe. Job done. Fern, 4th place seems to be... The 4th or 5th seems to be the final position for him today. 30 seconds off of the podium positions. Speaking of which, here is that battle for the podium positions. Batesman's got the DRS once again. He's caught up very quickly, so I think Batesman's got the advantage certainly here on Dirty.
Yeah, definitely. Just don't do another slide.
Yeah, hold it together. You don't want to throw it away this far into a race.
Yeah, exactly. I got that slide. It doesn't hurt him that much in time, but it hurts his tires a lot.
Yeah. The options are a bit more fragile than the prime tyres are. The primes can last for a very long time, long way past. Saying that, Dirty's had a little moment over the over the exit curb at Copse, and Batesman's done it for 2nd place.
It was too easy. It was too easy, but now he might have a run back. Maybe he did on purpose. I
mean, yeah, to get the DRS at the down the hanger straight, sure, but Dirty's on older, worse tyres. He's on the prime tyres, and Batesman's on the options.
Yeah. You know, modern problems requires modern solutions, but this one didn't work well.
Can you not see the driver of the day poll? I did post it. Here it is again. Here's the driver of the day poll. Vote for anyone. Doesn't have to be Crab. Doesn't have to be Paulson. Fonseca's had a spin at turn 3. Garcia's made a move on Smith into Stowe. The final moves of this race taking place now. De Nooijer's on the back of Brambo for 6th place. And that gap for the lead just keeps on rising. It's up to 18 seconds. It was 10 when Lowy came out of the pits.
It is a lot. Really great pace by Lowy. Once again.
Oh, Juan Manuel. No. That's awful. Parents suck. Parents suck, I agree. I hope my parents don't hear that, or they'll take away... Well, I'm 21, they can do it. They can't do anything to me. I'm really sorry to hear that one well. Hopefully we'll see you behind the mic a few times, because it's really enjoyable to see you commentating. Or to hear you commentating, rather.
Sort of famous training gravel. There's the battle for P6 between Brambo and De Nooijer.
That's De Nooijer trying to go down the outside.
And it was a slide. He can't show it. Brambo made it. Really good. Now he's gonna have a slipstream. He'll definitely want to go to the right side.
He's going to try it down the inside into Copse.
Pushing him wide. That was a good one.
Absolutely textbook. De Nooijer squeezed to as far left as possible.
Definitely, but Dino is still there.
Ooh. I have an answer, Wammerwell, that means you don't have to leave the league. Do your chores. My parents won't like me saying that. They'll think I'm a hypocrite because I have chores. I have chores waiting downstairs as well. For Memes has had another spin. That is hopefully not going to get in the way of anybody. He's had another spin at Luffield. Let's switch quickly back to this. There's 2.5 laps to go. Lowy's just coming around the halfway point of lap 37 of 39 in this Silverstone British Grand Prix for AF1. And it seems like
still here, but behind Brambo is getting light. Yeah, 30 still close.
Whoa!
To
There's a spin for Brambo,
spin.
and a spin for Lipsy. Lipsy's gone. That's backwards at the exit of Stowe. He's gone behind Andrade. No!
Oh, no!
Oh man! Where is that? That might be Michelena. That's Michelena. He's forced to go into the pit lane.
I'm pretty sure he didn't
Miguel.
want to go there.
I think I need to interview Miguel at the end of this race. I want to see what's happening there. I've never seen that before. Brilliant. Everybody's going wide. Whoa! Pretty close for that lapping car. That will be the other Imrak's car. That's Imran Shaikh.
Yeah, this wasn't the luckiest race for Miguel.
No. He's come back out the pits, still in P19. And he's still got 30 seconds back to Fonseca. So it hasn't really hurt him, but not ideal. And there he is coming out the pits. Lapped by Batesma, lapped by Dirty.
Dirty is now really close.
He's going to have DRS once again down the Wellington Straight. But of course Batesma has the DRS as well from Miguel coming out the pits, so no change in positions will happen this time round going into Brooklands. But Dirty's wide, you can see his tyres are more worn. Batesma can just point it wherever he likes and it'll stick.
Exactly. I mean, Dirty's really not happy about it. Jens had a DRS. It was a bit unfortunate, but...
That's Matt Smith with an issue over at turn number 4. Ooh, moment over the AstroTurf on the exit of Copse.
Now he'll struggle so much in these S's. But he did well, but Jens didn't.
A little wide for Jens on the exit of Beckett's.
Dirty with DRS, he will have to go around the outside.
There's only 2 attempts he's got left. This is lap 38 of 39. Meanwhile, there goes Vermeulen's in the way! Oh, they're both collided! They both still survive!
I'm pretty sure Jens just shit his pants.
Yeah. So would Dirty, I think. There's still...
Yeah.
We're on the final lap now. We're going to run on board all the way for this one, I think. Dirty goes for a much wider line. Wider entry through the first corner at Abbey. He's going to have a look into turn 3. No, not this time. Brooklands will be the next opportunity. What an epic battle for second this is at the end of the race.
He is close. He had a good exit.
He's got a good exit. Here comes the slipstream.
Outside. Inside, outside.
Going for the outside into Brooklands.
Around the outside.
Not going to work this time. He's going to try the switchback. No, he's not. He's going to make a dive up to Luffield. No. But he forces Jens wide. He's going to pull now. Don't touch. Wow, he doesn't get any closer than that.
That was so close.
Woo! He's going to move into Copse. Jens goes defensive. He's going to the outside. It's Dirty. Copse is his weakest corner. I think they're still side by side through Copse. A little wide for Dirty, but not too wide. He's still on the gearbox of Jens through the final few corners. He might have a look into Beckett at this rate. Lowe's got a lap car to deal with. He's coming around the final few corners. That's Dirty with a little wide moment, a little back end stipping out. It's probably not going to be close enough. Well, that's happening. I'll quickly say, Lowe, another sublime performance, wins the British Grand Prix. Quick back to this. No move into Stowe. Dirty goes wide through Stowe. I think he might be over. Jens having to go over the AstroTurf. It's not going to be close enough. There's no move. There's no dive bomb move going into Club this time. Imran Sheikh's had a spin towards the end of the race as well. She's going to get close to Jens. The finish line is quite late on the straight. It's not going to be enough. Jens will take second. Dirty will take third. What a battle at the end and a little love tap at the end. Just a little handshake, I guess, with cars. Fern looks like he's going to come home and finish 4th place.
They were really interesting last laps. I can breathe.
Excellent end to this race. Fern is going to come around the final corner and finish 4th place. Bakker will finish 5th. Denoyer will finish 6th. Excellent races for all 3 of them. Brambo is going to finish a stunning 7th place. Jet on Fire was looking a little close to try and take Brambo for 7th place, but I think he might have had a spin late on in the race and will finish 8th place. Andrade is going to finish 9th. I'm looking at the battle here. Lantern is getting close in 18th. So Andrade will finish 9th. Lipsy will finish top 10. Paulson 11th. Speedy Man 12th, Fimes the 13th, Ricardo 14th, and Shaik takes the final point in 15th place. Garcia 16th in the Mongols car. Smith in the other Palace racing car. Then Lantern, Michelena after a few spins and a few collisions and what have you. Fonseca 20th, Contreras 21st, Bertrand 22nd, Vermeems is 23rd, 2 laps down from 22nd, and Gutierrez, Collins, and Sturban all had to retire for various reasons. Wow.
Ooh, okay.
Endings don't get much better than that.
Yeah, but this was interesting. Really interesting. Wow.
Wow, indeed. I think we need to get a couple of people in for this. My Assetto Corsa won't let me leave the server. There we go. So, who can we bring in now for an interview after such an epic race? I think we need to bring Jens in.
I mean, that's an easy choice. We have to bring Miguel.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do Miguel first. If I can get my Discord to come back up, there we go. Miguel.
Hi.
Hi. You were looking really strong through a lot of that race. What happened at the end?
I don't want to talk about it. Put simply, I got murdered twice at the beginning, which already made me pretty pissed. But strategy was going well up until when I went to pit for my second time. I decided, just one more lap, and then I'll pit. And I spun twice on that lap.
Oh no!
Like, it's kind of like when Raikkonen decided to stay out. Like, I'm thinking, sure, the tires are pretty much dead, but one more lap, I'll be fine. And then after that, I decided to pit again and just to put some options on just for fun. And at the end, not sure if you saw it, Lipsy, being Lipsy, made me spin when I was avoiding him, and I spun into the pit lane. So I just decided to put some more options on and go have some fun.
Yeah, we saw that.
In
that
conclusion,
was
the
hilarious.
second half of the race was just me putting options on for fun because it was not going to catch up to get points. I also unlapped myself on Imran in a very ballsy move. I'm not sure if you saw it.
I can't remember, to be honest. But you had a eventful race, a very eventful race.
We
just had to get you.
I think it's good for the first time I actually had a qualifying I was happy with. I definitely could have gotten P5. There were a few mistakes on that lap, but I think for once I've actually gotten something I'm happy with qualifying. The race itself, I was a bit demotivated for a few laps until I just came up with the idea of slapping on options and going and having fun, which is what I did at the end. So overall, sure, I finished P19 when I could have finished at least P7 at least. Does piss me off slightly, but I think it's good that I think it's good to know that we do have the pace to get those results, as long as everything goes our way.
One question that I was asking throughout this race: who is Max Vermeems?
I don't know, but from what I was hearing in the chat, he punted several cars that were lapping him.
Yeah, he couldn't keep it. He couldn't drive at all.
Even less than me.
I went on board with him for like 5 seconds, and on a straight, I think he's driving on keyboard, and he just suddenly jolted to the left and spun it on the straight, and then he took out other cars that were around him. And with 2 laps to go, he rejoined really unsafely at Stowe and nearly wiped out Jens and Dirty, who were battling for second place.
They finished P2, yeah. Okay. I think we're definitely gonna have to look at that. But yeah, pretty much the race itself. I don't like the results. Qualifying was good for once again. Could have been better. The race itself went terribly wrong. But yeah, again, it's good to know that if everything goes our way, we can get good results. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with it. And now I'm gonna go take a shower because I am sweating like a pig.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential in your drive.
I mean, that depends. What's the next track?
Imola.
Oh dear Lord, no.
I mean, I was expecting you to say that with whatever track I say, even if the next one is, I don't know, Spa. Well, you've had bad ones at Spa.
Yeah, me and
I
Spa,
forget, what's your
we
favourite
don't have a
track?
good history.
Oh no, your favourite track's Silverstone, so I guess
Yeah.
all downhill from here.
Yeah, it's not getting better than this P19, which is, as far as I'm concerned, actually the highest finish, which does make me a bit sad inside. But yeah, it's just, again, could have been much better as long as I didn't get murdered twice and then decided to stay out for one more lap, which was big mistake.
It's worth the risk.
Overall, a positive experience though. Also, the voice chat was hilarious.
I can imagine it was. Every lap was sort of going past. Oh, there goes for memes again. Oh, he's backwards.
Yep.
Lipsy's final lap in qualifying was backwards. Like we switched to him, and he was coming across the line, coming round Vale in reverse. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
I mean, he's just trying to make it to the line. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. But yeah, it's just could have been better, but good to know we can get good results. Also, just letting you know, I think one person to ask what the hell, one person to ask about this would definitely be Lipsy. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower now. Thanks for the interview. Yeah, have fun in
No
your
problem.
interviews with Lipsy.
Yeah, I think we'll bring in
Bye.
Lipsy next. Bye, Miguel. Shall we bring in Lipsy? You still there, DK?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah. Should we bring Lipsy in?
Of course.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe if you want, we can prank Ben Collins so I can tell him he's fired.
Hello, Lipsy.
Oh,
hello. Oh, got Gamoose in here for some reason as well. Hello, Gamoose.
Oh, my bad. Shit. Okay. Fuck.
You can stay if you like.
Sure. What happened to the stream?
It's still on.
Okay.
You're live on the stream right now.
Hi. How you doing? Hi.
Hi. How was your race, from your perspective?
It was pretty shitty. A couple of people were, a little messed up. Obviously, my mistakes too. A couple of people used DRS wrongly.
Yeah, we're still noticing that. We're still fixing some issues. We noticed most of the race you were battling with Speedy Man.
Yeah.
Some clean, some dirty. What do you think about them?
Oh, can you give me an example? I don't remember.
No, I cannot give you an example. I can't remember. It's a long ways. But you're battling a lot of the time. That's sort of a lot of the time we were switching to you and Speedy Man. So I guess watch back the stream, right, and you'll see some moves.
I think in general, just both of us was just doing too many mistakes, and that's why the switchback kept on happening, and that's probably what you saw.
Yeah. And on to Lipsy, I guess. Hello, Lipsy.
Hey.
You had a stunning qualifying one.
Could have been even higher, but I caught up to the guy in front of me on my last lap, so I had to back off, and then I spun as well.
Yeah, we saw you reversing over the line. I was talking to Miguel about that. You were reversing over the line through Vale. We caught that just about the right time. But what happened in the race?
I had actually pretty good pace. I didn't expect that of myself, but in the first laps on the cold prime tires, which I didn't practice on, I was spinning a lot. I spun like 5 times in the first 2 laps, and I was dead last, I think. But then I don't know, picked up my pace, got concentrated, and actually managed to get in the top 10.
So yeah, you had quite a really strong late end to the race to bring you up to top 10. I guess you did most of your practice on the option tires, I suppose.
I've almost done no practice at all, but yeah, the practice I've done was on the option. The prime tire was actually getting better and better over the race. I was suddenly doing low 47s, which wasn't even my pace on the options before.
Wow, I mean, that seems to be like the standard pace for most people on the options. So to get that on the primes is pretty damn good.
Yeah, if I didn't spin so often by myself on the first few laps, I would have been with Fern probably.
Yeah, quite possibly, because there were spins all over the place. Through all of speaking of the devil, hello Fern. We had
Hello.
hey Fern, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. That was a pretty good result for me, you know?
Yeah, excellent job on fourth place. Do you
Yeah,
think
thank you.
Do you think you had a shot at a podium?
Yeah, I think I did because I was I think 5 or 7 seconds ahead of Dirty at one point. And then I think Mario spun out and Maggots and Beckett's, and he wouldn't let me pass through cops, so it was a bit annoying back markers today. But then on top of that, I was on the wrong strategy. I could have kept up my 48 flats on primes for the rest of the race, but for some reason I decided to do a third stint on optionals to fight at the end, and stayed fourth. Fine.
Lovely job today. You think you'll be able to carry this forward for future races?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in like 3 races I might slow down when finals come around, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, if I can keep making setups that actually work, um, I should be in good shape.
Lovely.
Also, staying out of trouble at the start, that was a really big thing to do well.
Yeah, the only damage I took was from somebody just doing some first lap shenanigans, just sending it and then it's understeering into my car.
I
Whatever.
think the only contact I had was with that Mario character. Um, And then I think I had a few bumps in a wheel-to-wheel battle with Brembo.
Yeah, we caught the wheel to wheel battle at the end with you and Brambo, and it was Brambo and somebody else later on in the race. Magnificent job.
Thank you.
Anyway, I think that'll do us for the interviews. Thank you very much, all three of you. I'll
Yep.
send you back to the League Race channel now.
Hi.
Thank you.
And that will just about do us for today. But before we go, one huge announcement. As I said earlier on in the stream, we have the new season of... Wrong button. We have the new season of AF3 approaching. And as I revealed yesterday in the trailer, which I'll play again in a minute with my shoddy streaming skills, we'll reveal again the new car for AF3. So here it is, when I get it right. Oh, yeah. Perfect. And sign-ups for AF3 Season 3 are now open. Go ahead to our Discord. If you type !Discord, you'll see the link to our channel, to our Discord server. It's also discord.me/Assetto Friends. And then head over to the Join AF3 Today channel, where sign-ups are now open. Enter your Discord name and Steam profile link in our Discord, in our Google form, and you'll have one of 28 spots in our new season, which starts on the 6th of November at Watkins Glen. We're going to be running a predominantly American league this time. Starting off at Watkins Glen Short and also going to Road Atlanta, Virginia, Willow Springs, Vancouver Street Circuit, Cordegua in Chile, Washington DC Street Circuit at a racetrack that you've probably never seen before, NOLA Motorsports Park, Mosport Park, Laguna Seca, Sonoma, and finishing off at Road America on the 5th of February. The format is unique. We have 20 minutes of practice and 10 minutes of qualifying, followed by two 15-minute plus 1 lap races, in which the second race is a reverse grid race. The point from which it is reversed is random. So the grid reverses between first and a random number between 6th and 14th, which is different for each event. We'd love to see you in there. Races start Fridays, starting from the 6th of November at 17:45 GMT. Sign-ups are now open, as I said. We'd love to see you in here. The practice server should be up soon for that as well. But for now, that'll do us for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. And until next time, we've got next week we have no race on Fridays, but we do have AF4 returning for round 2 at Bekaniki. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. It's in Latvia for round 2 of AF4. And then next week we're back on Sunday for AF1 at Imola, round 5. Can Lowy continue his streak? Probably. But until then, join us on Discord, join us on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitch, follow us, subscribe, do all the good stuff.